Meeting to order. Can our junior mayor please? Thank you. This is the mayor and council meeting of December 17th, 2024 for the Borough of Fair Lawn. Will the municipal clerk please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting given the time, date, and information for access in this public meeting was advertised in the Record and the Herald newspapers on September 15th, 2024, was posted on the bulletin board located on the first floor of the municipal building, was filed in the office of the municipal clerk, and was posted on the borough's website.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas is absent. Councilmember Kraus? Here. Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Here.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Here.
And Mayor also in attendance is Borough Manager Peluso, Borough Attorney Verone, Municipal Clerk Magarelli, and Junior Mayor Evan Statham.
Can we all please rise for the flag salute, and can Evan please lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And can we please have just one moment of silence for the killings in Madison, Wisconsin? Thank you. We're going to go down to the well to do some proclamations and awards. Can the junior mayor and the rest of the council please join me? You can come right here, because our first certificate of congratulations is to you from the mayor and council of the Borough of Fair Lawn, presented to Evan Statham, junior mayor, given in recognition of serving as junior mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, New Jersey. I do hereby proclaim Wednesday, December 18th, 2024, Junior Mayor Evan Statham Day within the Borough of Fair Lawn, and do further extend sincere congratulations and best wishes on this special occasion.
One, two, three. All right, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a proclamation for the 11-year-old Fair Lawn All-Sports Girls Soccer Team. And we're going to have Deputy Mayor Catrone read that.
Whereas the 11-year-old Fair Lawn All-Sports Girls Soccer Team has demonstrated extraordinary dedication, determination, and teamwork in achieving outstanding success in the Northern Counties Soccer Association. And whereas these young athletes have displayed incredible progress, rising from the F flight to the top-tier A flight, becoming champions 3 times in the past 4 years, including first-place finishes in both the B and A flights this past year. And whereas this team of talented girls has been united since the age of 9, developing not only their athletic skills, but also invaluable life lessons such as teamwork, communication, leadership, discipline, accountability, sportsmanship, adaptability, goal setting, resilience, and courage. And whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn recognizes and celebrates the achievements of this extraordinary group of young athletes and the coaches and families who have supported them along the way. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, on behalf of Mayor Gail Rottenstreich, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim Thursday, December 18th, 2024, to be Fair Lawn All Sports Girls Soccer Team Day within the Borough of Fair Lawn, and extend our heartfelt congratulations to the entire team on their first place finish in the NCSA A flight. We express our pride in their accomplishments and wish you all continued success. Congratulations. Can we have the coaches come up? Maybe you can help us call up the players and give out their proclamations.
I could read the names and Evan can give the proclamations. I might only read first names. Abigail? Congratulations. Next we have Adriana. Congratulations. Ariana. Yeah. Congratulations. Arissa. Congratulations. Ashley. Congratulations. Chloe. Congratulations. It's Ayana. Johanna. Congratulations. Kalila. Congratulations. Kendra. Michaela. Nicole. Congratulations. Riley. Congratulations. And last but not least, Victoria. Congratulations. Would the coaches like to say a few words? Anyone?
we're full of joy. We can't be more proud than where we are. We have come so long, and we have continued to develop. We're very excited and just proud of what the girls have done and will continue doing. Thank you.
Yeah, we got to.
Stand in front, but like 2 rows in front, so there's a lot of
How about me down?
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Right in the middle, right in the middle.
Why don't you stand up here so we can see you? Yeah, 11.
Ready. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you.
Number 6, council comments. Councilmember Kraus.
Good evening, Mayor. So I'm going to start out with congratulating the girls soccer team on their accomplishments. It sounds like you've been working together for a while, and it looks like you still have a few more years to go. So congratulations and good luck in the seasons to come. And congratulations to our junior mayor, Evan Statham. Also the Lindcrest mayor. I've actually known Evan for a very long time. I got to coach him for a couple of years too, and he's a great kid, and this is a well-earned honor for him. And Evan, I hope you have fun up here tonight. Great job. Just a couple of quick things. The parade of lights was fantastic. The venue seemed really appropriate. The changeover to Memorial was a great idea to change it over there. And had a lot of fun with that. So thank you to everyone for your hard work to make that go forward. And other than that, I just want to wish everyone who is celebrating a holiday a happy holiday. I hope everyone has a peaceful and relaxing end of the year, and looking forward to next year. That's all. Good night. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Deputy Mayor Reinetz.
I'll be brief because I have no voice. I just wanted to also congratulate Evan. We've had a long tradition of Lindcrest mayors that have been through here, so thanks for all you're doing, and I'm sure your parents and everybody in the crowd is very proud. Also, congratulations to the 11U soccer. It scares me how many of you came through Lindcrest, and I remember when you were first grade, kindergarten. So one of us is getting old and doesn't look like you guys. So I also wanted to echo Councilman Kraus's comments on the holiday parade and thank the borough manager and his staff, DPW, Parks and Rec, for all they've done. I wanted to wish everyone a happy and healthy and relaxing holiday, and really just urge everyone to really take some time to reflect on what we all have to be thankful for, and really, the importance of our families and just the things that are most important to us, and really keep that close to your heart for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we can start a new year off right with everyone in the right frame of mind, and just being kinder to each other. So that's all I have because my voice will fail. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Cutrone.
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to extend again my congratulations to our young athletes that are here today on your successful season, and to our junior mayor, Evan, thank you for being here with us tonight. I do have just a few quick updates. I was able to do a tour of the Westmoreland Water Treatment Facility yesterday. It's about 90% done. And everything in there looks like it was done really state-of-the-art, but I was very clear to the engineers and to everybody who was there that things can look really nice, but we're not turning it back on and using it for drinking water until the testing is done and the numbers come back and we know that the water is clean to drink. So they're moving quickly with that in completing that, and it's moving in the right direction. I want to take a minute to thank the Fairlawn and the Sunrise Rotary for sponsoring another really meaningful Wreaths Across America event. I was joined with Deputy Mayor Reinitz, as well as Congressman Gottheimer and Assemblywoman Swain. I also want to extend a thank you to former Mayor Cosgrove, who was the master of ceremonies. And for those of you who don't know about Wreaths Across America, it's an opportunity every year where wreaths are laid at all of the graves of our veterans during the holiday season, and its motto is to remember, to honor, and to educate. And it's a really wonderful thing that we do here in Fairlawn each year. The mayor and I attended a wonderful grand opening for a new restaurant in our Broadway district, Furu, which is a Korean and Vietnamese fusion restaurant. If you haven't been there, it was delicious, and I highly recommend it. And I also want to echo the thank yous to our borough manager, to our DPW, our emergency service volunteers and personnel, at Parks and Rec Department, who put together a really wonderful Holiday Lights Parade and celebration. For those of you who don't know, our Holiday Lights competition, our 4th annual Holiday Lights competition, is in full swing, so it is closed. To enter your home, the time has closed for that. But we're getting ready to start the voting portion. So there are 4 categories: classic holiday, crazy inflatables, tunes and tech, and my favorite, Griswold's Delight. So drive around town if you haven't already seen all of the homes that have their decorations. There'll be an opportunity for you to vote. You can find that on the Fairlawn for All Ages social media pages, as well as I think it'll go out through the borough Friday email. And if you are a Fairlawn senior, 65 or older, and are interested in riding the Holly Trolley, there'll be 2 trolleys this year that will take some of our seniors around town to see some of the best light displays. That is a raffle to get on that trolley. So again, you can reach out to our Fairlawn for All Ages age-friendly coordinator, Lisa McClements, or you can get in touch with me, and I can help you get entered into that raffle. And finally, as this is our final council meeting of 2024, I did want to just take a moment to kind of reflect on the year behind us and look ahead to the promise of 2025. And this year, like every year, was marked by moments of both inspiration and challenges. But I am proud to represent a community like Fairlawn, who has worked together to face those complexities of our time, such as things like the rise of anti-Semitism that has shaken so many of our neighbors, and the devastating reality of gun violence that continues to cast a shadow across our nation, including the very recent elementary school shooting in Wisconsin. And while these events, I'm sure, weigh heavy on many of our hearts, I hope that they will also ignite you to have a deeper resolve and a commitment to building a future that is safer, that is kinder, and most importantly, more just. And remember that the work of creating a better world can begin right here in Fairlawn. So even amidst all of these challenges, I am reminded here every day by the residents of resilience, of compassion, and strength of our town. We continue here to show up for one another, and we prove time and time again that hate will never have the final word here. So as we prepare to welcome 2025, my wish for all of us is that we carry this spirit forward, that we find the courage to face adversity, unity in our diversity, and hope in the promise of better days ahead. And so I thank you all for being here and wishing each of you peace, love, and hope in this new year to come. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. I also want to join my council colleagues in congratulating again the soccer team. You know, it was wonderful to hear about your accomplishments, your amazing record, and your performances this season. So one more round of applause for them. And I want to congratulate Evan as well, both on his election as mayor of Lyncrest. How's that going so far? Good? Good. And his debut tonight as junior mayor of Fairlawn. Shortly, I'm going to be asking Evan to give his council comments, but I first wanted to thank his parents and his family and friends for being here tonight to support him. Evan's learning at an early age the importance of stepping up into a leadership role. I know that he'll continue to be an excellent example to his peers of the importance of civic leadership, and I hope one day he'll join our council or a council like ours or a legislative body like ours or become an executive branch member or a judge. There's all kinds of ways to show civic leadership, and we really need that. We need good people in good positions. And I know that Evan will make Fairlawn an even better place to live. Briefly, last week I attended the Mayor's Summit Against Anti-Semitism. The summit brought together 200 mayors from all over the United States to develop concrete action plans for addressing hate in our communities. And not just anti-Semitism, but all types of bigotry. Unfortunately, the topic of the summit is all too relevant here in Fairlawn, as we just had an instance of anti-Semitic vandalism in our schools. But the summit provided mayors like me in attendance with a clear roadmap for local governments to strengthen our communities against hate and intolerance, and it unveiled a municipal anti-Semitism index, including 4 categories of best practices in the areas of legislation and policy, education and awareness, community engagement, and law enforcement. While Fairlawn has made meaningful progress in all of these areas, including adopting the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, increasing public awareness through Holocaust education programming, and enacting measures to ensure the safety of houses of worship, there is so much more we need to do, especially with respect to fostering dialogue and cooperation between our diverse religious and ethnic groups. I really think that that's the most important most important aspect of making progress towards peace in our community. I know I speak for the entire council when I say that despite all we've done, we're committed to doing more, and the time to do more is now. Turning to tonight's agenda, we have several ordinances on second reading. The first on adopting an extension to the River Road Special Improvement District to include Fairlawn Avenue, extending outdoor dining so that it's now year-round, and creating the position of Administrator of Cultural and Heritage Affairs in the borough. I want to wish everybody a happy, healthy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Now I'm going to turn to the person we're all anxious to hear from, Deputy Mayor Evan Statham.
I am very excited to be here. I want to say thank you to the mayor and council for having me here tonight. Thank you to my family and friends that have come here too. I am very happy to be the mayor for Lyncrest School this year and hope to help there as much as the mayor and council help our town. I think everyone does a great job running the town and schools. Thank you.
Thank you. Those were really kind words. Next, our Main Street Minute, and I understand Jamie Lynn Godaldick is going to be delivering it for Main Street. Thank you, Jamie.
everyone. The planters on River Road and Broadway have been adorned with garland. Holiday banners on Broadway and River Road are up. The holiday lights on River Road went up December 6th. Furthermore, citing a lack of responsiveness from PSC&G regarding community members reporting outages about streetlights on River Road in Fairlawn, Fairlawn Main Street had a telephone meeting with Donald Smith of PSC&G on Monday, 12/16. The meeting was productive, and Smith has informed Fairlawn Main Street that the identified outages should be addressed within a week. Advocacy such as this is a clear example of how businesses and shoppers benefit from the existence of a district management court. The delegation of Fairlawn Main Street trustees attended this year's Downtown New Jersey Conference in Montclair, New Jersey. Downtown New Jersey is a trade association of downtown management groups, SIDS, and other similar community organizations. Attending the event allowed Fairlawn Main Street trustees to gain greater insights into what's being done across the state to support downtown communities. Fairlawn Main Street celebrated a grand opening for Route, am I saying the name of that right? On Broadway. The grand opening celebration was attended by numerous elected officials. The state officials, Bergen County Under Sheriff Jin Sung Kim, the first Korean American to ever serve as Under Sheriff for Bergen County's Sheriff Office, ceremonially cut the ribbon to commemorate the business opening on Broadway. This edition of an Asian infusion is a strong reflection of Fairlawn Main Street Inc.'s ongoing efforts to revitalize the Broadway district. Officials from New Jersey EDA and New Jersey SBDC attended the event to connect new businesses with grant opportunities and no-cost consulting services. During Small Business Saturday, over 100 small bags were given out to attendees, and we had the opportunity to interact with artists at the Rail Yard Tavern and the Dutch House. It was a great way to get people excited about Small Business Saturday, and was mentioned in November 28th Bergen Record article titled, "Want Your Holiday Shopping to Support New Jersey Local Stores? Try Small Business Saturdays." And we would also like to thank Deputy Mayor Josh Reines for coming to Small Business Saturday, and to also thank Deputy Mayor Christina Catrone for coming to the ribbon cutting service. Thank you.
Thank you. So since the name came up twice today, Faru, I have to admit I had ordered my lunch from there today. It was amazing. And when I spoke to the store owner, he said that business has gone up tremendously since the ribbon cutting because of the attention that the store got on social media, and he's had a lot more business, and he's really happy. So, we're delighted for him, and we thank Main Street, and thank you, Jamie, for all the work that Main Street is doing for the community. Okay, number 8, ordinance on final passage and adoption. Ordinance 2718-2024, an ordinance to amend Chapter 180, River Road Special Improvement District of the Code of the Borough of Fairlawn 2000 to include properties of Fairlawn Avenue, to rename the Special Improvement District the River Road Fairlawn Avenue Special Improvement District. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2718-2024 only?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2718-2024 only. Please state your name prior to your comment. There'll be a 3-minute time limit.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stella Lemberg. My address is, sorry, I just moved.
Oh, you don't need your
No
address.
address
Just,
anymore.
yeah, that's
Sorry.
good.
Okay,
Thank
then I
you.
won't give you my new address.
But welcome to the neighborhood.
So I'm here on behalf of myself, a resident in Fairlawn, and also the president of the Fairlawn Chamber of Commerce. I apologize if I keep looking at my notes. I just don't want to forget anything important.
That's okay.
I truly feel that adding Fairlawn Avenue to the SID would be a beneficial thing because we want to include Fairlawn Avenue in the beauty of what River Road gets and Broadway. Both districts receive a lot of support from Main Street. And as the president of the Chamber of Commerce, I have organized a number of events, or been a participant in organizing a number of events, including Shop Small Business, which we had a vendor fair off of Fairlawn Avenue, the Dutch House, which is a success. I'd love to have the beauty that is given to River Road and Broadway showcased on Fairlawn Avenue, especially as we host these events and people come from all over to support us. Also, the Fairlawn Chamber of Commerce hosts its annual street fair on Fairlawn Avenue. I would love to have more support on Fairlawn Avenue to be incorporated in the beautification, the potted plants, the lights that go up in the holidays, and so on. There's so many things that Main Street does that is beautifying Fairlawn, and I think that having that added support and added opportunities for grants is very, very important for Fairlawn Avenue. It will better enable to enhance the beautification in the area and will bolster community programming further to make our town further stand out in the area. A few more talking points. For example, whenever we have year-round dining, for example, as we're experiencing this new addition to Fairlawn to finalize it, it would be nice to include Fairlawn Avenue, as I said, and have outdoor dining and include beauty as you're sitting outside and eating at these restaurants or just shopping on the street. That's just some of my takes as not only the resident and also the president of the Fairlawn Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for your consideration. I'm so grateful to be here.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to start by saying
Your name?
I wanted to start by saying my name is Cameo Zvanets. I am a business owner and resident in Fairlawn, and I want to say thank you guys for considering this. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and as a business owner, I feel like we have such a beautiful town. And unfortunately, we have landlords that don't maybe live in the area, don't care as much. And for example, the building that I'm in, which is the Clock Tower building, we get complaints all the time where there's litter, there's broken glass, and I've spent many calls, many hours on the phone with the landlord trying to express these concerns. And I just kind of get, okay. And it pains me because I grew up here and I love this town. And I feel like if there's no one to hold him accountable or no reason for him, nothing's going to change. So I'm so grateful that you guys are taking this into consideration because I really feel like this would change not only the businesses and how people see us, but in the town, but outside of the town. People come, especially on the weekends with, all the businesses in the building. The weekends get packed. We, at Cozy Cafe, we get people from everywhere, from 45 minutes, 60 minutes away. And the last thing I want to hear is, oh, you have a lot of garbage on the floor. I don't think that this will just benefit the businesses, but I think it'll benefit the whole town. People coming here, we want them to see how beautiful it is. And in providing these beautification aspects, I really think that it would just make us grow and in nothing but a good way. So thank you again for taking this into consideration. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good evening, Pamela Coles. Couple of questions. I know we discussed this in the work session, but just to let everybody know, what are the boundaries and what will this include in, what addresses or what sections will this include?
So this will go up to the addresses, it's going to go up to the addresses above Abbott. I can, if you want to know how far it goes up Fairlawn Avenue.
Like it won't impact the private residences?
No, this ordinance specifically excludes 1 and 2 family homes on Fairlawn Avenue.
Okay, super. And what will this be, an additional cost to the business owners, or will it be absorbed by River Road Improvement, River Road Fairlawn Main Street?
So the way a special improvement district works is that the owners of property pay a special assessment. I believe the assessment is 0.1%. So for example, if a building is worth $500,000, the owner would pay $500. That goes to the special assessment, and then that money gets spent doing maintenance, street cleaning, like Jamie had mentioned, planters, holiday lights, all the things that make a business district come together as a district.
Yeah. Okay, great, thank you. So it's going to be going from, I want to say the Green Dragon area where the Green Dragon was, all the way up to Abbott Road?
I mean, it's really, the whole district is going to be extended from, River Road west of Berdan, all the way down River Road to Wagara, and then coming up Fairlawn Avenue. So where River Road and Fairlawn, I mean, it's not really that it's going to be one district, it's all going to be part of one full district. So yes, it'll include the Green Dragon,
I didn't know
that
it was going to continue.
shopping strip.
Right, I didn't know it was going to continue down to Wagra Road and.
Well, it already does, it has,
Okay.
since its
Okay.
inception.
Yeah, especially that area by the Green Dragon all the way to Abbott Road, with the exception of some of the commercial residences and commercial businesses. That area with the dry cleaners on one side and the construction on the other, and then across the street from the Clock Tower properties, the Deals, I believe it's the Deals property, it's pretty much desperately in need of improvement. So I wholeheartedly support this, and I think it's a magnificent endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Dave Drahuzel. I would like to say my sister and I are opposed to this ordinance for many reasons. To start, my family has owned the Dutch House Tavern since 1961. During that time, we have survived many setbacks from the smoking ban, various recessions, economic downturns, and most recently, the COVID pandemic. We, like many other small businesses, are still feeling the impacts of recent events and greatly increased food, labor, and general operating costs. Some of the specific issues we have with the ordinance. First and foremost, why should we be forced to pay something we already do? We spend well over $1,000 a year just on our decorations, landscaping, and property maintenance. The ordinance says the CID will provide security, maintenance, and sanitation for the businesses. But doesn't our DPW and police already do this? We already clean up our own messes. When there's garbage in the parking lot, we pick it up. If we are waiting for a company to come and get it, it'll sit there for weeks, which I have witnessed before. We also pay to maintain our own alarm system. So security, I don't understand that. The ordinance says the CID will undertake improvements designed to increase safety and attractiveness to the district business. Again, shouldn't the town already be doing this? You say the CID will publicize the district and businesses included. Doesn't our Chamber of Commerce already try to accomplish that? The ordinance says the CID will provide special parking arrangements for the district. The parking issue in town has been discussed for the last 25 years, and nothing has ever been changed. pretty much. How will this change that? One of the property owners adjacent to us has hated my family since the 60s. It's a war that goes back between my father and the grandfather of the property. He tortured my mother in court after my father died over a water pipe that went underneath his property. He sued a 42-year-old widow with 2 young kids. Do you think an ordinance is going to change that? It's going to change his beliefs, and everyone's just going to share parking? It doesn't happen that way. We already share our parking with some adjacent businesses that we do get along with. I also remember Don Smart being hired many years ago and promised to accomplish all these things and redesign Fair Lawn and make it great. Nothing was ever done. He was paid, I think, about $40,000 a year, and he worked for about 7 different towns at the time. I believe I was on the EDC way back when that was going on, or it just had ended. Nothing was ever done. He was paid a fortune, and he took off. Most of the money you're going to collect as a result of this ordinance will go to administration salaries. People do deserve to get paid for what they do, but again, why should I pay for something? I already do, along with my family. Another reason, the Dutch House is one of 3 businesses in town that have to pay Radburn dues, which amount to about $2,300 annually, and we get nothing for it. No snow removal, no landscaping, not even pool passes to the pools. But I am forced to pay it because the Dutch House was asked to join back in 1929, whenever Radburn was formed, and they accepted. And we accept that because at the time they were asked. We are not being asked now. We are being forced. Every year, $2,300 is wasted to Radburn, and there is no way out of it. It's a huge amount of money for nothing, and there's nothing we can do for it. The current SIDS were formed by businesses that were already there. They chose to do that. River Road looks nicer, I'll give you that, but there's still plenty of parking issues and plenty of vacant properties. But again, they chose to do that on their own. They were not forced. Same can be said for Broadway SID, although I'm not quite sure where any of the money went in that SID because it hasn't changed in the 50 years I've been here. But again, they chose to do that. They were not forced. I'm also curious as to why the new plan does not include Salver Road or Maple Ave. Not one of the towns that border Fair Lawn have SIDS. They pay for their own decorations out of their taxes. In fact, less than 11% of all 564 New Jersey municipalities have SIDS because in most cases they are unnecessary and create a further economic burden on small business. Why not just go after the businesses that don't maintain their property? The Deals property has been discussed for the last 25 years, and again, nothing has been done. And I've been on some of those discussions when I was on the EDC, and nothing has been done. Let's talk about the costs that have already been incurred this year. My liability insurance went up 100% just because I do business in New Jersey, and they are able to do that, and there's less companies willing to work in New Jersey. Utilities are up 16%. Food costs are up between 15 and 70%. Median property tax rate in Fair Lawn is 3.45%, significantly higher than both the national median tax rate of 0.99% and the New Jersey state median tax rate of 2.82%. You want to add to that? The direct impact of what passing this ordinance will mean for our business also includes, I will no longer be a member of the Chamber of Commerce, okay? I've been a member of the Chamber of Commerce for probably 25 years. I'm not going to waste money on paying again for something that is already being done. A decrease in many of the donations we regularly give to school PTAs, Firehouse, Ambulance Corps, Rescue Squad, and PPA. This is just this year's alone. You're going to directly impact this and my relationship with these community groups because we've always given. Go to the Dutch House, see what they can do. I'm always willing to help. But this puts a further strain on that. Everybody claims to love small business. What our towns would be without them, etc. Look around. Small businesses are closing left and right. Small business owners are getting squeezed from every angle, and it's not acceptable. We already pay plenty in local taxes, plus various fees for permits and licenses every year. That's the cost of doing business. However, this is forced membership in something we neither want, need, nor can afford. You already have everything in place to accomplish your goal of making Fair Lawn a better place. You are the governing body. You can make it happen without charging businesses an additional charge to do so. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Daniel Seawall, Radburn Exxon. I agree with Dave. I feel that this just got sprung on us. I also feel that I'm one of the leading businesses on Fairlawn Avenue. Radburn Exxon has been here since 1923, supporting this community that we love and that I love. I have a budget every year of donations and support that I do for this community, and I think everybody knows. My budget is $10,000 a year. Right now, at this point, I'm at $12,500. And that's before my big toy drive with the PBA, which is going on this week. I feel that I support this community greatly. I love to, and I'm proud of it, and so are my employees. You could drive past my gas station on any given day, and you will never, ever find a weed on any piece of my property. I maintain it properly. Nobody's forcing me to. Now, I agree with this young lady. Where she is, that property is disgusting. How come the ordinances in town is not enforcing that property owner to do his part and to do it properly? The zoning department, somebody in the town should be on their case to help this young lady because she's paying rent, and obviously she asked her landlord to improve the property, and they've not done it, and that's a shame. But maybe support from the zoning department or somebody should be acting on her behalf and the residents' behalf, because nobody wants to see that garbage there. Again, you'll never see it at the Dutch House. You never see it by me, because I'm proud of my property. I'm proud of my town. I'm proud of my business. But to spring this on us and without even contacting me, nobody from District Management Corporation contacted me, asked my opinion, asked my input. Nothing. I think they should have, because they should take a look at my property and say, hey, this guy's doing it right. Maybe we should speak to him. This is just sprung on me, and I don't like that. I don't like to be forced to do things that I already do. We take care of our property. Dave takes care of his property, and a lot of other businesses do also. I don't like the fact that it's being forced, and what I am asking the council tonight is, I'm not asking you to not approve it. I'm asking you to postpone approving it until business owners like myself can get more informed on what their agenda is to help us and to help the community. Because we're all here to have the same outcome, to make Fairlawn great and keep Fairlawn great. And I'm all for it. But I'm not for being forced into it. And to have a company that, hey, maybe they're not doing some things right. And maybe they're doing some things right. I'm not really sure. Nobody's contacted me. Nobody's informed me. All I got was a letter in the mail saying that I have to do it if this gets passed. So again, I am asking to postpone your decision on approving this until some of the business owners and property owners can get better informed. And I think District Management Corporation, their duty was to speak to us first. And that has not been done. And I'm not happy about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there any way that...
No, everybody's going to have an opportunity to speak before anyone speaks for a second time.
Hi, Alan Weitzman. I think you all know me. I am the vice chair of the Fairlawn Main Street and chair of Fairlawn Storefront Improvement Committee. I understand what they're saying. I can't address that. I can only tell you what we're doing, and we're all volunteers. We don't get paid. We're selecting storefronts throughout the community to invest in improving the storefront with the goal of driving business not only to them, but to encourage the adjacent shops to participate as well. We have completed 9 projects so far, and 4 are ready to start construction probably after the holidays. It's a great program. We've had a lot of success, but I think we should listen to these gentlemen and maybe have a sit-down about how to go about this so we all think it works.
Love that word. But, you know, somebody did not contact somebody.
No, I heard you, and
Don't you think that that should have been done?
Okay, we're not going to have
Anyway,
a back and forth here.
we, the projects we've done have been successful. We've gotten money from the borough, to fund this, but also the SIDS participate and have provided funding for this. So there's little or no expense on the part of the shopkeepers. So the program has been a success. We hope to continue it, and by including Fairlawn Avenue in some meaningful way, make it better. Thank you.
Thank you. And at this time, I'm going to give our junior mayor the opportunity to decide if you'd want to step out. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hello, Amy Hummerstone. I appreciate the Exxon and the Dutch House, what they've said. They keep their property up beautifully, but they're really the exception. You think about the CVS property, the Deals site, the property on the other side of Dutch House. It is, I mean, I've lived here over 30 years, and I kept thinking when I moved in, oh, it'll improve. It's just deteriorated. I am so happy we're finally doing something about setting up something to address the litter, which is my big issue. I mean, I walk in there into town every morning, and the litter is unbelievable. So I wish there were a way to do this that didn't hurt these businesses, but they're the exception in this area. I mean, next to Radburn, the National Historic Landmark.
I want to interrupt and say that the intention is not to hurt these businesses.
Absolutely.
If this SID doesn't increase revenue for the businesses, then it will not have been successful. The idea is to improve the business atmosphere in the entire district as it's done on River Road. I mean, and this is something that I mean, not to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I just want to say
I don't
I'm
want to
very
take your
happy
time,
this
but-
should address the litter problem. It's really next to the oldest planned community in the country, and National Historic Landmark. Finally, hopefully it'll look as nice as we're hoping it will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Leslie Frucht. I'm in favor of the SID, but not, but the idea is to have economic improvement and to have it look at, have Fairlawn Avenue and the crossroads of Fairlawn Avenue and Radburn Road to, not Radburn Road.
Plaza
Road, to look as good as River Road and hopefully, Broadway is on the way to looking. So that's my comment.
Thank you. There's someone behind you, Pam? No.
Hi, good evening. My name is Sergeant Thomas. I live close to Plaza and Fairlawn Avenue. I'm a resident, and while some of the properties are well maintained, generally I avoid some of the properties which have some litter, wires hanging out. They could use a lot more maintenance. I felt the SID extension to Fairlawn Avenue would help the process. So that's my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
Good evening. My name is Johan Perez. This is new business. Maybe I should wait until everybody finish with this, or should I just go ahead?
No, you should, if it doesn't have to do with this ordinance,
Okay.
this isn't the time for it.
So my name is Johan Perez.
Is this on this ordinance?
No, no.
Then then you have to wait for public
Okay.
comments.
I'll wait until everybody's finished.
Thank you. Well, you have to wait till public comments, which is after we discuss all of the ordinances. Okay? Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Joseph Oswald. I own Coattails Grooming, 1412 River Road. I'm currently a business owner in a current improvement district, and I am rising today to speak in favor of the expansion of the district. I know some people may feel like maybe the information didn't get out as cleanly as they would like, but I do feel like we've had a number of interactions with Main Street as business owners, including some other business owners I know in town, and every one of them has nothing but good things to say. You know, we're talking about some businesses that used to be in front of, you know, an NJ Transit station that was tagged up or broken glass or something, and, you know, if you don't know who to call, you call the Main Street people. And in front of my business in particular, I mean, the beautification projects like the planters, they constantly are maintained, there's nothing broken. You know, like people said before, litter sometimes piles up in the crevices between buildings by stoops and stairwells. Well, it's nice having an extra trash pickup every week, or having somebody go by and say, okay, let's take a picture of this, send it to someone, and it tends to get taken care of. I haven't noticed any additional expenses, and my business has been located in an improvement district for some time now. And as a matter of fact, I actually feel like we're making more money because of the free advertisement we've gotten from Main Street when they came into our shop and let us do a promo video. I mean, all the free resources, the grant opportunities that they put us in touch with, and not just me, the people that were in the area where the fire was down by the Green Dragon. Some of the first people after the council and mayor to, you know, extend help and resources was the director of Main Street, and I know that because some of those people are my friends, and they told me, here's the list of people that reached out. It was the mayor, and it was Ryan Greff at Main Street. So it's not just about, you know, raising a little bit of money to do some improvements. It's about putting a little skin in the game and showing that we're going to focus on, you know, the Fair Lawn Avenue side now rather than just River Road and Broadway, which get plenty of attention, and I feel that attention as a business owner on River Road, and I think that the Fair Lawn Avenue businesses deserve to feel that attention too, to see the lucrative type of business that can come in from the advertisement that reaches well outside Bergen County and Fair Lawn, including things like the art project that they put up under the bridge on Route 4, you know, the kinds of media attention that they bring here, not to mention, you know, all the kinds of art projects and donations that go to things that are not necessarily business related, but just make this a desirable town to open a business. You know, you want to move into Fair Lawn because we have functioning special improvement districts, a functioning borough council that works with us, and I think that that's something that can only do good for Fair Lawn Avenue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jamie Lingaduldik. I own a business on River Road, House Cafe, and I am part of the SIDS district for River Road, which means that I receive services from this. And I have nothing but great things to say about the services that I receive on River Road. As a lot of you know, it is a walkable district over there, and it does get very messy, and there's a couple months out of the year where we don't get second garbage pickups that the Main Street provides. And you can notice a difference. You can notice people messing up our district, not realizing that garbages are overflowing, and us having the SIDS helps that. Us having the SIDS does a lot of extra maintenance for us. We have extra street sweeping once a week just because of the SIDS. We have the Christmas lights because of the SIDS. We have a lot of the banner systems because of the SIDS. We have beautiful planters all over the town because of the SIDS that get changed out sometimes 3 times a year, sometimes 4 times a year. And they make our town look great. There's a lot of things that Main Street and extending this SID can do for our town. And if we really take the time to come together and speak about that and explain that, and maybe invite people to our meetings so that they understand how many people show up to volunteer for our town just to improve our district, it's like magic that people care so much and spend so much time together, giving up their schedules just to be together to really improve our towns for our businesses. I think the one thing that we're missing is it's not about the tax that we're paying for this. It's really about what the tax is giving us. I'm one of those storefronts on River Road that isn't doing so well because of the economy. But guess what? The SIDS gave me the grant and redid my storefront to make it improved and look better. And that was a wonderful thing that I would have never been able to afford had it not been for these kind of improvements. I just wanted to say that I do understand as a business owner how hard everything is on us. And I do also appreciate how much time and energy from everyone involved goes into making sure that we're all okay. And that has a lot to do with Main Street providing information for grants. I am also one of those people who was awarded a grant to help with my rent. Things like that I would have never known about had I not participated in Fairlawn Main Street, had I not been one of those businesses who do pay a small tax for Fairlawn Main Street. So as much as it is scary to add another expense on top of what we're already experiencing, the benefits that we receive from this outweigh it tremendously. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pamela Coles. I was under the impression that each and every business was contacted on this development. And I was also under the impression that the Dutch House was contacted and Radburn Exxon was contacted, and that every business going forward was they were contacted. So what Dave and Radburn Exxon, right, what they are saying, you know, possibly they shouldn't be included in that district, and I actually thought that they were not included in this district when we spoke at the work session back in September. And if I recall, Josh Reinance, Councilman Josh Reinance had mentioned that even CVS should be contacted. Now, I have doubts if they were contacted. It's raising a question mark for me. And I'm against any of the residents from George Street all the way up to Orchard Street, any of the single-family residents, and I understand that it is part of the business district.
No, it's not.
Well, that's not what the map is stating.
No, but it's not according to the map. It's according to the ordinance, which excludes the single and two-family homes that are on Fairlawn Avenue. It's in the ordinance.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the existing ordinance, well, the one that's in effect right now, includes more. It includes, sorry, thank you. So it includes, I believe, there's like a requirement about having to show that it's not an owner-occupied two-family house. The new ordinance takes away that requirement. So this actually lessens, and it expands the exemptions for residential properties in this new version of the ordinance.
Including the Opportunity Center, which comes before the district.
So I'm talking right now about the residential aspect.
Yes.
The residential aspect
They should be
is
including the
not,
residential aspect, because I believe they are 501c3.
Excuse me.
Right?
I'm just clarifying that this is not about residential. This is not a residential ordinance.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I want that excluded to make sure that that is part of the exclusion of it. All the residences going from Orchard, it is? Okay, but that's not what the map that I'm looking at was stated.
But
Maybe it's a
you're
mis-
looking at a map, but the ordinance lists all the addresses.
Okay.
So
great.
if you're looking at the map, then you have to go by the
And like-
addresses that are here, but not the ones that aren't here.
And I'm very surprised that the Dutch House and Radburn Exxon were not included because they were specifically asked to be included. And if they're just finding out about it now, they need to be taking into consideration.
We did reach out. Dave, we were supposed to. Yeah. We did reach out to the stores. I thought that Exxon was also part of the list that Main Street reached out to, so, yeah.
Hi, Cameo, Zvonitz again. I totally understand everyone's concerns that have stated concerns. I feel like it should be looked at more as an investment because you're going to get an ROI. Like you're going to get a return on this. It's not just about what you're doing for your business specifically, but what the community can do for all of the businesses. And let's say, for example, all the businesses were keeping their properties clean. This could still benefit the town as a whole, even if everyone was keeping their properties clean, because it's not just about that. It's about putting up the Christmas lights. It's about coming together and doing things as a community, looking unified, bringing people out of town into town, which, in my opinion, as a business owner, that's amazing. You're gonna make more money. So the more people that want to come into our town and the more we beautify it, creating these different things that you guys are talking about, I just wanted to make that statement that I don't think we should look at it as, and I understand it is, but you will get more than that. And so will everyone else. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I respectfully disagree with that, because why should I pay to clean up somebody else's mess? I think one of the biggest problems you have with trash in the area is enforcement. Just like if you have a neighbor that doesn't cut their lawn or doesn't paint their house, you need enforcement of these issues. And whether you have this SID or not, if it's not enforced, it's still going to be dirty. And these extra pickup things, it doesn't matter. People litter all the time. We are out every day cleaning up cigarette butts and garbage and wrappers, not only from our business, but from other businesses, because we want to maintain our property.
I think that's exactly the point, though, is that the SID will
It
do
will
that
not.
maintenance.
I'm sorry, I disagree, because
They do it right now. I'm sorry. I want to address your concerns, and, no, please stay up, but I
one
want,
extra cleaning thing a week isn't going to change anything.
but
If
it
there's litter on
actually
the property,
has
her
on
landlord
River
should be-
Road and Broadway. And I want to explain what you said about Don Smart and the EDC. I mean, not to disparage Mr. Smart, but we formed Fair Lawn Main Street and disbanded the EDC, and we had Main Street take over the management of River Road and Broadway, and we've seen tremendous improvements since then on River Road and Broadway. We've been able to obtain hundreds of thousands of dollars in grants for improvements for River Road and Broadway, where right now we have a planning grant to do major improvements on Broadway, and the Main Street is applying for a $1 million grant to completely redo Broadway. And Main Street, as you know, has been part of advertising businesses. You had the vendors at the Dutch House, and that was part of the Main Street program, as they said, the Small Business Saturday. And the Main Street program, it's financed by the town, and it's also financed by the SIDS, and we just want to bring more of that to Fairlawn Avenue. For example, the train station on Fairlawn Avenue. We would love to do on Fairlawn Avenue, Main Street, I shouldn't say Main Street would love to do on Fairlawn Avenue what they did on Broadway, which was completely revamp the train station on Broadway so that it's cleaner, it's nicer, it's got better landscaping, it better represents the town, and it's helped all of the businesses in the area. The same thing would be planned for the Radburn train station. I know it's an investment, and I think I'm the only small business owner up here. I own a mom and pop business with my husband. We have a manufacturing business. I feel your pain. I have employees. I have payroll to meet. I understand your concerns. Honestly, I wish someone in the neighborhood where I am, and I'm going to have to form a business improvement district where I am, because I can take care of my business, but I end up having to take care of like a whole block of businesses because, the other businesses don't do what they should be doing. I can't put up decorations all by myself. So I understand, and Bradburn used to have, the decorations for the holiday, and we could do that. I mean, that,
Businesses chose to do that, now they don't. There's like 5 large property owners in that area. Minority isn't going to pay for anything. I'm surprised he's not here, and I do wonder if he was contacted, because
everybody was contacted.
I'm just saying.
I
like,
mean,
he's
legally,
gonna have the
everybody has
biggest
to be
burden, but He's going
contacted.
to pass it along to his tenants, okay? I'm the property owner as well as the owner-operator. Those costs come out of my pocket. It is not an investment, it is a tax for something I already do. You want to change it, enforce the rules that are already here. Make deals do something. Write a ticket. Go over to the Plaza building. Have an enforcement officer go there and write a ticket. And the reason I do things in town, like the thing we had, the pop-up shop, which I love, my sister, we thought it was great, is because a friend of mine on the Arts Council contacted me and said, hey, would you be willing to do this? Yes, I think it's great. It's a shame it was 10 degrees out, but yes, it was great, and I would do it again. I would move the farmer's market there during the summer when we have our property closed, so that they have a safe space in the middle of town to do it. There are plenty of things I'm willing to do. But this, I get no benefit from it, and I appreciate everybody talking, because I have learned from River Road and the things.
I can guarantee you that you'll get benefit from it. We wouldn't do this if we didn't think it would also benefit the small business owners.
And I really just think, again, you are just charging more money for things you already should have money for, in my opinion. Thank you.
Daniel Sewell once again. So, in the past half hour, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of things that they've done on River Road and so forth. And a lot of things that they want to do for Fairlawn Avenue. And I wish, like I said before, that they would have contacted me, rather than just an official letter saying that this was happening tonight, because that's the only thing that I received. I think, again, I'm going to ask that they postpone this decision. I'm not asking to deny it, because, you know what, maybe when they inform me a little bit more, I may be more prompt to support it. Or maybe they may benefit from my input. I've been on these committees before in the town of Glen Rock and the town of Bayonne, where I also own businesses. But they were a volunteer. They were not forced upon me. So, and we did a lot. And granted, there's a lot of properties that we all have spoken about here that are not doing their job, and nobody's enforcing that. Nobody has to enforce it with me or with Dave. These other properties, shame on the people that are supposed to be enforcing that, because they're not doing their job. And that looks bad for everybody. I walk over to the bank to go make my deposits. I pick up garbage across the street by Columbia Bank, and I throw it in the garbage can, because that's just me. That property owner should be doing it. I shouldn't be paying to clean up the Plaza building or the CVS parking lot. Sorry, that's not going to happen. I paid it to maintain my own property. So, that's all I'd have to say.
And, I mean, I do want to, in terms of the town, when we get complaints, and the borough manager can speak on this, building enforcement does come, they do act on the complaints. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. And just for anyone listening on TV or anyone in the audience, any issues that you see, definitely report it, let us know. There have been summonses issued to, can't name them, but properties around that area based on complaints that we have received. Like everyone else here, I live in Fairlawn, so I've seen them, I report them. So if you do, so I know it's said a lot, but if you see something, say something. If you see someone who's habitually not cleaning up either their property, let us know. We have a property maintenance team who gets out there and they file reports and they issue summonses for any violations.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2718, 2024 is now closed. Can I have a motion that ordinance number 2718, 2024 be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
attorney. Being that this is the end of the year, if there was a postponement of this ordinance, it would require a new first reading?
We're at the end of the year, you don't have another meeting scheduled, so if it's not adopted this evening, you have to start again in the new year.
I mean, I will say this has probably been the most robust discussion we've had about an ordinance in my time on the council.
You weren't here for the tree ordinance?
I think this is more robust, and more robust than the chickens. I would not be opposed to having further discussions. I will say this, I think on the whole, I think this is the right thing to do. I would not be opposed to having more conversations with some of these business owners. I understand that they feel like they need a little bit more information, and here's the other thing too. It will never be a unanimous consent, right? I mean, unfortunately, government could never work if everyone had to agree before we did something. But I know that some of the more outspoken people against this ordinance are longstanding contributors to our community, and out of respect for that, I would not be opposed to giving a little bit more time to talk to them.
So what's your motion?
I would move to table the ordinance.
We can do that? Second?
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
We'll get discussion, no? Nick?
I just have to do a roll call on the table, that's all.
Can we have discussion on the motion before you do roll call? Can we have discussion on the motion before?
You can go ahead.
You know, like everyone else, you know, as Pam said, we had a real long discussion about this at a work session, I want to say in October. Hearing Dan and Dave, and knowing that the two of you have businesses that have given far more to Fair Lawn than you've taken, and that how important being a part of the community is to you, it certainly gives me pause in moving forward with this. I think what Councilmember Kraus said is correct. I think that 2 months delay, if that's what it takes to get this to a point where we have buy-in from the two essentially longest owners in the area, who are probably the two most consequential businesses in the area, I think is important. I will say that one of the first committees I was a liaison to was the River Road Improvement District back in 2018. And there's a lot of issues then about what the district could do to improve. And I don't remember which one you, I think it was you, Dave, that said about the challenges with Don Smart. And it was something that we as a governing body recognized pretty quickly. And I remember going to EDC meetings with you and the challenges that EDC had. And one of the reasons we moved towards a Main Street community was to try to find a way to provide more opportunities and more accessibility to our businesses. So when you guys read the ordinance and it says DMC, a district management corporation, the one thing that I think you need to understand is it's not the DMC that was running River Road in 2018. It's going to be Main Street, who's a much more robust organization, and I think will in order to your benefit. But I think as leaders in the community, I think we'd be making a mistake to move forward if you guys don't feel that you've had enough time to be heard. And I know I personally, and I assume the rest of the council, values what you guys think. And Marlies, I'm not leaving you out. But what everybody thinks. And I think the two of you have proven that the community will rally around you and you'll rally around the community. And I think this project's better off with your input. So for that, I would support Councilman Kraus's motion to have more discussion.
Mayor?
Anyone else?
Yeah. I'm not going to be super redundant, but I want to also kind of be on the record to say that I do still very much believe that there's more benefit in this than harm, but hearing this evening that people didn't feel like they had the time and conversations, and hearing from Alan, and, his willingness to have those conversations as well. I think, as Josh said, 2 months is not, we're not talking about a long period of time here, and I think it's worthwhile to have those conversations. We might not come to an agreement on it, but I don't see the harm in that. And I do want to also point out, as Josh started to speak about, that it was this governing body that said to the River Road Improvement Corporation at the time that we would not approve their budget because their administrative cost was insanely high, and that the money was going, far too much of that money was going to one person and not to the benefit of the businesses. And so I'm glad we're in a better place with Main Street. But again, I'm fine to give it a bit more time.
And also, we've been around since, I think David's been doing this since 1993, so we've gone through a lot of iterations of business districts and EDCs, and David's been to many hours of meetings, and we've just heard a lot of talk and a lot of wasted money, and so you can understand also our skepticism. We've had to do all these things for ourselves, for our own business, since my dad bought it, and obviously we weren't here for that. But, this is decades of skin in the game, and, we obviously have strong feelings.
Yeah.
So thank you, and thank you for respecting our history with the town.
Thank you. And just to add to the discussion, I mean, again, I'm sorry that we weren't able to meet. I know Ryan reached out to you. I know we were supposed to meet today, and I'm sorry that that meeting before this meeting didn't happen. I wouldn't support this if I didn't think that it was going to, if I thought it would hurt you. Like I said, I'm also a small business owner. I understand the challenges. I understand this challenging environment. I don't own a food establishment. I know that's exponentially more difficult. I have seen the improvements on River Road. I mean, I go to physical therapy on River Road, and I watch, the maintenance happening in real time twice a week, actually, during my physical therapy appointments. I know that this is a good thing. So I don't agree with my colleagues, but I certainly respect, what they're saying, and obviously I respect what you're saying. So I think we should have a roll call on tabling the ordinance.
Okay, roll call to table 2718-2024. Councilmember Kraus.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone.
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich.
No. Ordinance 2720-2024, an ordinance to amend Chapter 2, Administration, Departments, and Budgets, and Fiscal Procedures, Article 13A, Office of Emergency Management, Section 2-81.3, removing Local Emergency Planning Committee. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2720-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2720-2024 only. Please state your name prior to your comment. There will be a 3-minute time limit.
Pamela Coles, can you elaborate a little bit more on what the administrative departments and budgets and fiscal procedures are in the Office of Emergency Management?
So this is an ordinance to repeal the Office of Emergency Management, the Local Emergency Planning Committee. The borough manager can speak more about why we're doing this.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Ms. Coles. What happened was the county never kind of took a lead effort in this. So local municipalities created their own committees for emergency response. The county recently created their own committee After speaking with the county, our OEM director and her team, they came back and asked to repeal our committee so that we could partner with the county, God forbid there's any kind of disasters.
Okay, super. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for your clarification.
Seeing no one else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2720-2024 is now closed. May I have a motion that ordinance number 2720-2024 be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Ordinance 2721-2024, an ordinance to amend Chapter 125 Land Development, Article 4, Supplementary Zoning Regulations, Section 125-43, Outdoor Cafes. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2721-2024 only?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2721-2024 only. Please state your name prior to your comment. There'll be a 3-minute time limit. Seeing no one, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2721-2024 is now closed. Can I have a motion that ordinance number 2721-2024 be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Ordinance 2722-2024, an ordinance fixing the salaries of certain employees of the Borough of Fair Lawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended, blue and white collar bargaining unit. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2722-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2722-2024 only. Please state your name, and there will be a 3-minute time limit. Pam, you want to know what this ordinance does?
Yeah, and definition of blue and white collar bargaining unit.
Well, that's the bargaining unit for the, office staff that's in the, in the borough. Am I correct with that, Borough Manager?
That's correct, Mayor. So we have 3 separate bargaining units. You have the blue and white, the supervisors, and department heads are the bargaining units within the borough, and then we also have our union, which is the PPA for the police officers, and the
Super.
Supervisors Association through the police officers as well.
Thank you. I just wanted to give a little bit more definition between blue and white and what that actually meant.
Okay.
Thank you, because I didn't know myself. Thank you.
Okay. Seeing no one else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2722-2024 is now closed. Can I have a motion that ordinance number 27-22-2024 be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Ordinance 2724-2024, an ordinance to amend Chapter 30 Personnel, Article 1, Terminal Leave Compensation, more specifically, Section 30-6, applicability of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on ordinance number 2724-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on ordinance number 2724-2024 only. Please state your name prior to your comment. There will be a 3-minute time limit. Can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public hearing on ordinance number 2724-2024 is now closed. Can I have a motion that ordinance number 2724-2024 be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone.
Yes.
Mayor Rattenstrike.
Yes. Number 9, public comments on consent agenda 20-2024 items only. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments on consent agenda 20-2024 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comment is now open on consent agenda 20-2024 items only. Please state your name prior to your comment. There'll be a 3-minute time limit.
Good evening, Pamela Coles. 352-2024, authorizing the license agreement between the Borough of Fairlawn, Brian Lakin. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what that licensing agreement is?
I believe it's an easement. Give me a second. I'll just take a quick look, unless the borough manager knows off the top of his head.
Yeah, sure, Mayor. So, Ms. Coles, we have a number of residents who have fences or other structures that are on top of like sewer or water lines within the borough. So our engineer, our borough attorney review an agreement between those homeowners, and then they discuss it. Most homeowners agree with the terms of the agreements. Sometimes they don't. But tonight, the governing body will take authorization to approve the agreement to then present it to the property owners.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
In 361-2024 is the same as 362-2024. Just wondering what those goods and services were for each of those, for each of these resolutions.
Pam, what were the two numbers? I'm sorry.
361 and 362.
361-2024 is very similar or the same as 362-2024.
361 is for the Bergen County Cooperative, and 362 is for the state cooperative. 361 is to purchase fire
362.
department equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And 362 is,
For Dell Marketing computer equipment and Route 23 maintenance and repair on vehicles.
Great, thank you so much, I so appreciate it.
Seeing no one else, can I have a motion to close public comment on consent agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
Number 10, resolutions by consent 20-2024. Will the municipal clerk please read the consent agenda passage?
whereas the following resolutions, 349-2024 through 366-2024, having heretofore been placed on this consent agenda, require no discussion, and same having been previously reviewed by each council member, be and are hereby adopted, ratified, and confirmed in their entirety by the mayor and council of the borough of Fairlawn.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone.
Yes.
Mayor Rattenstrike.
Yes. Resolution 367-2024, resolution renewing massage licensing, 2025. Review of applicants.
Borough Attorney, how would you like to,
We need help.
this is the massage applicants. How would you like to proceed with?
The massage.
This is massage applicants.
Yes.
How should we proceed with this resolution?
This is the one where, and you're on this list?
It says review of applicants.
Yeah, they're on the resolution. If you go to Resolution 367, 2024.
Yeah, the resolution includes the applicants, no?
Yes.
Here, I think it basically provides a list of applicants.
Where's the list of applicants?
It's on the resolution itself.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
we're going to have to mark the ones that have an issue with a temporary license, right?
Okay.
That's what we discussed.
Correct. All right. One of them never submitted their application, so they're not on the list, but one is.
Okay, so whatever one that is, we should amend the resolution here to
Mhm.
put an asterisk and then at the bottom say temporary renewal pending resolution of, pending resolution of a report from the police department, right?
Okay. Yeah, that would be the last one on the list.
Okay.
But
Okay.
can't we just not approve it this evening and?
Well, then, you could.
Then
the
none of them
problem-
will be able to continue.
Okay, so we have to just, it has.
I would do it temporarily until we
Okay.
get the information.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And it's only one? None of the others have had?
There's two, but the second one did not put in their application.
They didn't apply,
renewal.
there's no application for them.
They're
The
not on
second
this
one
list.
that's, yeah, they're not on the list.
Okay.
Correct?
But I'm
Not
saying
Correct.
nobody else who's on this list.
Everything else is clear.
Okay.
Okay. So can I have a motion to pass Resolution 367, 2025 as amended per the Borough Attorney's comments?
Yeah, so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
A roll call.
Oh, roll call, sorry.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz? Deputy Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes. Number 12, new business. Does anyone have new business?
Oh.
Sorry,
one sec.
Just one, you're next. I have an issue with the meeting that we have scheduled for February 3rd, 4th. That one too.
Okay.
So I won't be available for that work session. I know that we have a budget meeting for the 11th and no meeting scheduled for the 18th, so I wanted to know if the council could move the work session to the 11th and the budget meeting to the 18th.
Fine by me.
And just not do the fourth.
And not, yeah, and nothing on the 4th.
So, I'm sorry. You said that again?
So it would be the 11th for the work session and the 18th for the budget meeting.
11th for a work session, 18th for the budget meeting. Okay.
So, Councilman Kraus?
I'm just checking something. So we have something on the 4th and we want to move it.
To the 11th, and then move the budget meeting that's on the 11th to the 18th. We have a budget meeting on the 11th.
Oh, yeah, that would be great, actually.
So the 11th and
I have a problem
18th?
on the 4th as well, so yes.
Okay.
That'd be great.
We heard.
Yeah. Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yeah, no objection.
Okay. All right,
All right,
so,
I'll update the calendar.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, can I have a motion to open the time for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I believe we have a present with a public comment.
Good evening. My name is Johan Perez.
Hi.
I moved into town in 2010, a few years after I finished my military service.
Excuse me? I'm sorry. Could you speak
Some
up?
year, 4 years after I finished my military service in the Marine Corps.
Mhm.
Now, I live right down the block on Furlong Ave between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. I moved into town because this town is, way back then in 2010, this town was quiet, safe, good school system. All my kids grew up here, they're still growing up here. My daughter goes to high school now, my son goes to Memorial now, and my oldest now is in Montclair State. But they all went, my oldest went through all Forest, Memorial, and high school. Now, the last 2-3 years since the town approved the racetrack bridge on Fairlawn Avenue, there's been...
That bridge belongs to Passaic County.
I know it does
Okay.
belong to Passaic County. That bridge have no lights. There's always garbage that people toss around. I go walking, with my youngest son every day, along Fairlawn Avenue. My block is dark. Now, in front of my house, the town approved the erection of a big warehouse. I don't know what that's going to be. But what I'm trying to say is, every day I see cars speeding, and there's no cops. I've called several times. I called the town. Can I have a few cops surrounding my block at least? They're always speeding, and there's people walking, going to Route 20. Now, what really shocked me was this Sunday around 1 a.m., my son's car, who was parked outside my house, got destroyed by an intoxicating person coming from Patterson. He was
so
speeding.
sorry to hear that.
He was speeding at 60 miles an hour. He was intoxicated. Literally, I could show you pictures if you want. Destroyed my son's car, who was my car and I gave to my son. And my father-in-law, who lives with me, his car also got destroyed. This guy destroyed 2 cars. Now, the car is not important, but life is important, because my son, literally 20 minutes before, he was in his car talking to his friend. At 1 a.m., he walked out of his car, came into my home to grab something, and for whatever reason, he didn't go back. 20 minutes later, this drunken guy at speed crashed my son's car. So now, what if my son was inside that car? He would have been dead. Guarantee you he would have been dead. And that's something that I cannot take for granted. My insurance is going to cover the damages to my car. But again, life is more important. And this is what's been happening, and I live it every day since the bridge was opened up. And I know we need to have a bridge. But what I'm suggesting is that we should have some sort of like police enforcement. I remember we used to have cops park on 2nd Avenue, or the new building that was built, down the road, by the bridge. There's a new, the cops used to park there. I remember, I used to see them. And that's very good, because that's deterrent for all the speed races that want to come through our town and go into 208 to go to New York City. That's a deterrent move. I suggest that we should have more cops in my town, in my block at least. I mean, just because I live at the end of Fairlawn, I shouldn't be treated like a second-class citizen. Everybody else here in town has nice, fancy LED lights. I don't have that. You guys are more than welcome to go there, and you'll see how pitch dark it is. Yes, the new building down, the new condominium is all lit up. You pass the 2nd block into my block, it's dark. And now we have this huge warehouse that gives the perception to all the motorists coming from Route 20 that this is a factory area. I don't know if you guys, I don't know where you guys live in Fairlawn, but you should go there and see how it is.
I travel with that bridge all the time. I haven't heard this perspective before. I think it's a really important perspective. What you're saying is we need more traffic calming over there. We need more enforcement over there. I'm hearing you. With respect to the lights, you're talking about that the PSE&G lampposts are out, or?
All I'm saying is there is a dim light, but it's very dim. Like you walk through my town. I mean, look, you walk through my block. It's dark. All right, it's dark. There's a light pole across, right literally by the new warehouse, but it's not even an LED. My whole block is like those old halogen lights. It's not bright. But I don't know if it's possible. I'm suggesting maybe we should put some speed bumps. Maybe we should put some speed bumps, more cops presence, because when you have a cop, everybody, when you all see a cop, you stop, you slow down. These people from Route 20, they're speed racing through my town. Now, what if somebody loses control and runs onto my daughter, onto my son, and then onto me when I'm walking at nights, doing my nightly walk. That's not right. Now, this is not the first time. A month ago, my neighbor, literally next door to me, his 2 cars got destroyed by another driver in the middle of the night. You know, so in the lapse of 2 months, literally 6 cars have been destroyed in my block, and this is unacceptable.
Well, I
can't
totally
live like this.
understand, and I really appreciate you bringing this to us. I don't think that this is something that we've heard before, and if you weren't here, we wouldn't have heard about it. So I really appreciate it, and I'm going to ask the borough manager to step up enforcement over there. We'll look at the lighting situation, but we'll do what we can, everything that we can.
We actually just got, the mayor just got an email
From
today, I think,
PSE&G.
right? It was
Yeah,
today
the
from
community
PSE&G asking, what we need from them.
Yeah.
And so we're going to try to set up a meeting with them, so this is something that we can bring to their attention, and the borough manager can have our police go over there and then do an evaluation of the area and see what they recommend as well.
All I'm suggesting is, I'd like to see more cops. I know I cannot
Thank
have a
you.
cop standing in front of my house watching traffic, but having the presence on a cop, at least on my side of town, will be very helpful. It'll be a deterring move for all the speed races that we have running
Thank you, sir.
through my block.
Thank you.
You
Thank
said you're on Fairlawn Ave?
I'm on Fairlawn Avenue
Between
between
Second
2nd and 3rd.
On which side? The side of the warehouse or the side of the new
The
building?
the residential side, across the warehouse,
Okay,
right on Fairlawn Avenue. 2-10 Fairlawn Avenue is my home address.
thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a little irritated, I'm a little
No, it's okay.
excited.
Don't
Not at all.
apologize.
Yeah.
Just that thought, when my son told me this, Daddy, I was literally 20 minutes ago
Yeah.
walking to the house, excuse the language, God forbid, he could have been dead. The guy was arrested, but again, it's just we should prevent for something more serious.
Absolutely.
Seriously happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Good evening.
My situation not as extreme as previous one, but it's also kind of weird.
Did you state your name, sir?
Can you state your name?
Huh?
Can
My
you
name
please
is
state your name?
Alexander Bielik, huh? What is it?
Can you please state your name?
Yes, my name is Alexander Bielik, and I'm living in 315 Plaza Road, North. I'm living over there for 10 years or so. And situation with the leaves pickup, it gets really bad. So, Fairlawn North, Plaza Road North, it's got a middle portion, which usually taken care by Fairlawn cleanup teams. So they usually come in and clean it. But this autumn, it never happens. So I personally never saw no crews working on this area at all. So we have a bunch of leaves, and all these leaves, it's just by wind, spreading around the neighborhoods. So I'm usually good with 40 bags, full bags of leaves. We're getting only 5 for household. Usually during the last 10 years it was 40 bags, which I'm usually disposal. This year I did 72.
Wow. Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
no literally, and I still have 20 staying in my house right now. So altogether it's 90.
So you're
bags of
saying that
leaves.
your neighbors aren't cleaning their leaves and you're
Yeah,
ending
so
up with their
I was
leaves?
trying to contact the guys who are actually responsible for pickup. It was James, what his name, who is manager in park. What's the last name of the guy? James. Jimmy, I think it's James.
But the leaf,
Yeah,
but
so
we can
he
have
was,
this.
really somewhere he was not able to talk to me. It's I was waiting call back for whole day. He never called. I was talking with Ron. Ron, he's running
Ron
the
Lauderman,
pickup. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's saying, Fairlawn got a contract long running with the guys who is responsible for leaves pickup. So these guys already finished their job for this season, but I'm very glad that they finished their contract this year, but then, we have a bunch of leaves left over there. if you're gonna drive right now, like along the Plaza Road, you're gonna see how many people got their bags staying and waiting for pickup.
Okay, well, thank you for bringing that to our attention, and the borough manager is going to act on that tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. I'm
And
just,
if you
like,
don't, I mean, I know that he will act on that, but if you see this problem continuing, you can reach out to me at mayor@fairlawn.org, and I'll get back to you immediately.
Okay, thank you very
Okay?
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for,
And
thank you.
By the way, like maybe we can review, like those 5 bags per household. Because, like I'm saying, I can, like afford it, but I can, like think that somebody physically will be not able to buy 90 bags of it.
No, I appreciate it.
Mayor?
Thank you. Yes.
If you can. Yeah, so we do have that policy, but if we do have residents, because we do understand there's certain streets that do get a lot more leaves than others. I know in particular, a lot of the residents over on Berdan Ave, by Berdan Park, they get a lot more leaves. So you can definitely notify us. I don't use my leaves, so a lot of times I'll pass on my leaves, and I know my bags, I know other residents will as well. So if you know anyone that needs extra bags, just tell them to contact us, because we do make exceptions
Listen,
based on where you
frankly
live.
speaking, I never go there even pick up my 5, so you
Oh.
can donate it to somebody else. But my point is, like borough got to do their portion of work. They got to clean it up. I was absolutely against the policy where you was not all anymore, like carb leaves accumulation. It was much easier and everybody was happy. Now you got to see, like all the old ladies, like over there, and like this pain in their backs, like Parkinson's, like bags. It's not quite good, and it's not really making people happy with them.
Thank you.
Just one quick thing. If you do know of any older adults that are having trouble with their leaves, we do provide through our age-friendly initiative. We have high school kids that volunteer and will bag the leaves
It's
for
not so easy to
seniors.
find them,
So,
No,
yeah.
we know how to find them.
Yeah, so
We
I'm
have
just
a
saying,
direct
no, we
line
have
to
a whole
them.
program. So
Yeah,
if you
we have a
know of
program.
people like
Okay,
that, yeah.
If you can, like
You just
share
need to
it
reach
somehow.
out to, just
Yeah.
email me tomorrow, I can get you that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Thank you.
Okay,
And
thank
me
you,
or-
guys.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Mitchell Rudinsky, and I own the property behind the Forest Elementary School. My gripe, Mr. Mayor and City Manager, ladies and gentlemen, they were left, my gripe is not that last year the kids rang my doorbell, kept on ringing my doorbell, destroyed my screen door in front of the house because my wife was arguing with the parents because they were blocking my driveway because there's no parking lot in the Forest Elementary School for the parents. On all the other schools, there's a parking lot, but not for the Forest Elementary School. They keep on blocking the driveway with their big USVs. That's not my gripe. My gripe is that from June the 6th, 2023, through January 2024, January 1st, my wife was evicted from the Fairlawn Library for abusive and racial language in the movie room, which never happened. Because an elderly woman, must have been in her 80s, I'm 79, an elderly woman talked. She said something to the elderly woman about the movie, and she went out and told the director of the library that there was abusive language, etc. The director came in and turned off the movie, called 2 police, escorted my wife to the embarrassment out of the library. My wife went, this was on Thursday. Monday she came there, back, and the director was looking at her, called the police again, escorted her out of the library, couldn't come in the library. There was a meeting September the 29th, and that meeting, they voted to reinstate her on January 1st, 2024, but never could she come for any extracurricular activities like concerts or clubs. I talked to Gottheimer, I talked to the Attorney General, nothing. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. This is criminal. This is criminal, and I'm going to do something about it. I don't like to do something about it. But this, she's 75. She's being treated like a criminal. How dare they bar her from, and she was, and she was 5 minutes late to the movie. I've gone to the Glen Rock Library. I'm going there now. Do you know the difference? I'm being treated like a human being. If she's late, they escort you into the concert room. They're so nice. We have to drive there to the Glen Rock Library. She doesn't drive, so she used to walk there. No, I can't leave here until something is done, Mrs. City Manager. Something has got to be done to clear my wife from being a criminal. It's not right that we have to go to the Glen Rock Library. It's not right that all she could do was go there to the library, take out books, but she can't go to the concerts.
Thank you. Borough Attorney, can you, I don't think that the council can speak on this. This
Am I
is a
being
library
heard?
matter.
Excuse me, am I being
Yeah.
heard?
We're answering your question, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The council has no control or jurisdiction over the library.
I thought you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say that.
I think that's where you need to address the issue.
No, I have to get a lawyer. I will get a lawyer, and I have a lawyer, a very good lawyer, not as good as him, but unfortunately, if it has to be, it has to be.
Okay, thank you.
I'm feeling now better. I'll tell you
Thank you for your service.
I fought.
Thank you.
I fought for the South Vietnamese workers were being mistreated. They were getting lower food, lesser food than the others, I fought for them. Because of that, I lost 2 Bronze Stars.
I'm sorry.
A commendation medal, but I lost 2 Bronze Stars.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Colonel Nutt, and I will fight for my wife. If it has to be, if I have to go to jail for it, I'll go to jail. Let it be known. I wish I was a lawyer. So, because I would win this case.
Thank you. Seeing no one else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The time for public comments is now closed. Number 14, executive closed session, Resolution 368-2024. Will the municipal clerk please read the executive session resolution?
Whereas NJSA 10412B allows a public body to enter into a closed session during a public meeting, and upon conclusion, the meeting will return to open public session. And whereas the Borough of Fairlawn has deemed it necessary to enter into a closed session excluding the public to discuss matters that are exempt from disclosure, anticipated litigation, contract negotiation, and personnel matters pursuant to NJSA 10412B8. Now therefore be resolved that the Borough Council shall now enter into a closed session, and that the discussion in closed session may be made public when disclosure will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the borough.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Kraus.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Ronitz.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Catrone.
Yes.
Mayor Rottenstreich.
Yes.
All right. Time is now 9:31.